I'd like to share an option with you to produce a 5-axis spiral toolpath that looks something like this. See, it has a boss and an indent and it spirals around that part very nicely. Well, let me show you one way that you could produce that. I'm going to right mouse button and go to my Op Manager. Let's do a regen and reselect. Now for the drive surfaces, what I've done is I've created a cylinder around the outside of the part. I'm going to select that for the drive surfaces and say that I'm done. Inside I've got a 3/8 ball. It's appropriate for the part. Under cut control I've got a cylinder parallel to a curve with avoid cuts and have my spiral option turned on. Our vector is normal to the surface. But the trick is over here in gouge check. I've selected check surfaces here, and to drop the tool down where needed with retract tool axis. Let's see how that works. We'll say OK. For the check surfaces, I'm going to go to a view 5. I'm going to say within, and I'm going to select those interior surfaces and say that I'm done. Now for the parallel to the curve, I'm going to have this back curve there, and we'll go ahead and let that process. Okay, so let's go ahead and shut off that cylinder there. We'll go to a view 7. I'm going to rotate off to this side here. We'll go to our Op Manager and we'll select our tool right there. Go to a view 5 so you can see what's going on. You can see that it's going to go up and over that feature and then into that indent. Works really nicely, so that's an option you may want to consider. If you like that method but like to limit the area and not use the tip of the ball, here's one way you might be able to do that. I'm going to use a smaller cylinder. We'll go up to our Operations Manager and we'll do a regen with original this time. Kept that same ball parallel to a curve, but this time I've limited my cuts, left that spiral turned on. With vector control I've changed it to relative to cutting direction and put in a little bit of lead and side tilt angle, but kept that same trick with the gouge check, and let's see how that turns out. So there it produces a tool path for us. We'll say OK. I'll roll that around just a little bit and go up here to my Op Manager, click on that and go to a view number 5, and then you can see that it goes over just like it did before, but it's got some nice angle, so we're not using the tip of the ball. So take advantage of some of those tool paths and put them to use with 5-axis cut options.